All right, we're back at this job. I've been on this job several times over the past number of months. We've done some work on the driveway. We've done some tree work. We've done forestry mulching. So we're here to do some more. We cut that tree down last time. And we've got some stumps and stuff down there. We mulched all this. Last time we were here, we cut down about 8 trees, and we just piled all this stuff here to get with the mulcher at a later date. Later date is today. I've got some stumps here to clean up. And today we're gonna mulch that direction. Here we go. We're going to take out some of these bigger trees as well. These up here and some of those down there, but we're going to take this mulching zone all out through there. So anyway, and then we've got more work to do down the back side of the hill over there. So anyway, we're going to get on it.
Hey there, this is Mike. Just want to let you know I'm gonna try to refrain from blabbing over this whole video like I do sometimes. I'm just going to mention a few things here right at the beginning and get it out of the way, and then just let the rest of it speak for itself. First of all, I want to mention that as I did in the previous video, this is a part 2 of a two-part. The previous video is about the first few times that I worked at this location, and so this was our job in January, but I didn't want to show this without kind of giving you the before, because the overall effect is pretty dramatic. So if you see where it started from back then. So anyway, so this is the culmination of this project, or at least where it is right now. The other thing I wanted to mention is that we were doing some experimenting with the videos and this, and we were running a couple cameras, and which is a logistical nightmare when I'm not trying to run a high-end video production unit here. I'm just trying to kind of show what we do and how we do it. But anyway, so all that to say is the camera angles on this are pretty messed up. A lot of these cameras are just tilted all weird angles, and so it's really hard to tell what as you go from camera shot to camera shot, the ground looks like it's tilted all different directions, and so it's really hard to tell what the ground is actually doing. But anyway, we're working on it. Hopefully we'll get better at it, but I think this does a pretty good job at capturing what we did. And for the places in here where I do the voiceover, voiceovers, it kind of explains how the ground lays. So anyway, what else? I think that's pretty much it. The rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. So hope you enjoy it. If you don't mind, please like and subscribe, comment, share, all the things that you do with videos. We appreciate that. Also, if you think about it, if you have an opinion, I run most of this stuff at 12 times speed just because I'm not trying to produce 45-minute or hour-long videos. And again, I'm just trying to capture what it is that we're doing. And I've seen comments on other videos where people have said, hey, don't run the whole thing fast, run some stuff slower, and I can do that. If anybody wants, find some of the more closer up shots and maybe pick some spots just to run regular speed. If anyone cares about that one way or the other, feel free to comment on that. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the video, and I'm just gonna let it speak for itself. Thank you.
All right, we're back here for day 2. This is how we left it the other day, and we got a massive rainstorm over the weekend, and now it's Monday morning, and this gimbal has a mind of its own. I think I hate it, but anyway, look at that. That's weird. And the buttons to control it don't work. Anyway, still smoother than me holding it in my hand. But anyway, so the problem we have is this is a pretty steep hill going down right here. We need to get down. We got a couple more trees. This one right here, and then this big one back here. We're trying to open up the skyline for their view, and we've got to do those 2 more. But we got a muddy hill down here, so I don't think we can probably finish those today, but we're gonna operate over here. In fact, we've got a kind of a second project we're doing over on this side. We're gonna take some more of these dead cedars down around the edge without trying to get too crazy with them, just because if you keep going to the next dead tree, we might end up all the way down through the woods. So the very first time I came up here, and I was actually doing some mulching this summer up here, there's a whole field of trees over here that was blocking the view from the house of the mountains off to the way off over there. And a bunch of these trees were sticking up, so I came through here and just laid waste to a whole field of trees right here. And they're all still laying there. And so we're gonna work today on getting them out of there and bringing them up to the top. And we're gonna clear out a flat spot right over here, move some trees out of the way, and then start hauling these things out and mulching them up in this area. And it's gonna look a lot nicer. We've got a tree that we cut down a couple months ago laying over there that Benji's already limbed up. And then since we were here on Friday, we got another little cedar tree up here that just fell down in the storm on Saturday night. So anyway, we just got a lot of cleaning up to do here, but it's gonna look good. This whole field was covered with dead trees that were cut down probably 6 months ago, and we got them all out and put them all in this flat spot over here. So I kind of mulched out a flat spot, and then we just carried the trees and dumped them in here and ran the mulcher over them. Did it in about 3 batches. So I still have to smooth this out a little bit. These are all the trees we cut down 2 or 3 months ago. And that's mostly what we did today. We cut down a couple of trees over here, about 3 trees that needed to be taken out on the other side. But anyway, so we'll be back. It looks like it's going to rain tonight and tomorrow, and so we'll probably let that happen, and we'll come back on Wednesday if all looks well, and we'll be able to finish up all that down there. And we'll probably take out some of these dead trees along the edge, and we'll wrap this up for now. But off we go. All right, we're here at day 3. I think we're going to get this done here in the next little bit. We've got I'm probably going to trim up this edge just a little bit more over here, and I'm going to just kind of smooth this all out a little bit more. But it's mostly how we're going to have it. Over here, we just have some trees that some fairly large trees that we've taken down the hill. And so we're going to be pulling those up, and we're going to stack our logs up, and we'll be back at another time to pick up some of these logs and get them out of here. So we're working on this today, and other than just kind of touching it up some, that'll be it. So it's already about 11 o'clock, so it's pretty wet, but so we got to operate up here and not get down that hill. We barely walk down there, much less drive on it. So, but we're going to move stuff up here and get to work. So off we go. We are just wrapping up this job after about 2.5 days, and went pretty well. Pretty wet and squishy out here, so we had to be pretty careful today how we operated, because we were doing a lot of stuff on a slope over here. But so I came down this hill because I knew I could get down the hill. I wasn't sure I could get back up. So, but you hear how squishy it is around here. But I did a little bit of mulching on the side of the hill here to kind of allow me to get some traction. But we took out this whole corner section right here. At first we almost weren't gonna do anything with this, but we were just gonna do work up on the other side, but this got added, sort of. Well, it got re-added anyway. But we took several pretty big trees out down through here that were blocking the view. And and Benji's just finishing up lopping off some of those little stumps that we left down in the lower field. But pretty pleased with all of this, and was able to rake it all out together, so it looks pretty uniform. There's still a lot of dead trees around the edges. Wouldn't surprise me if we came back for some more of those later. This is the 4th time I've been up here, and we've already discussed coming back at another time and picking up all this stuff and all those logs that we left over there. And then there's more on the other side of the house, down the driveway, some stuff that was already there when they moved in here. So this is what we ended up with here. I was telling Benji there might be a time in the not too distant future where I would take the Bobcat down that hill, but been pretty wet this week. We've been in here. We worked today and it rained some, and then we worked another day and then it rained more. So, and it was raining, actually rained this morning. So, I said, nah, we're not going to go down there. So, anyway, yes, this is what we ended up with. And for any of you who stuck through this whole thing, we appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.